Check this out. They put a TV on the front so FedEx doesn't mess with your package and throw it around and ruin your bike, even though there's a hole right there. So they didn't listen to it, and they didn't listen to it because it's a CRT TV. We're not taking care of CRT TVs. Those things are like unbreakable. But I heard these things are pretty much fully assembled out the box. So let's open it up and see how true that is and how quick we can get on our first ride. Well, that was just several minutes of just cutting off the tape and the zip ties. But it does look fully assembled, and the only thing I have to do is put the handlebar on. All right, so let's unfold this bike. Lock that into place. Pull up the handlebar stem. Lock that into place. Slide the handlebar in. Well, let's open it up first. Slide it in. I'm short. I'm going to put the lowest setting for right now. Make sure it's straight with the tire. Lock that in. Adjust the screen. Adjust the power. And let's take this out. Take off that plastic. Put the seat in the right way. And it looks like we're done. Of all the electric bikes I've had in the past, this is definitely the easiest. The past bikes I've had, I had to put on the fenders myself. I had to put the light on myself. Usually you have to put the front tire on yourself. This is dummy proof. The only thing else in the box is the charger. The keys are locked up on the rear rack over here, so let's cut these off, charge it up, and head on our first ride. I had originally purchased two Lectric 3.0s, and I did that about a month and a half ago. And it went from the beginning of June that I would get it to July getting it, and then another notice saying the end of July that we would get the 3.0s. And, you know, just looking at that, I felt the risk wasn't worth it where it could go into August. And I live up in the Northeast where we might actually not be able to ride it during the warmer riding months. You know, maybe I'll get it in fall, might get a couple weeks from it, but then I'd have to store it until next season, which I didn't want to do. So I went ahead and got these two Lectric 2.0 long-range bikes. They didn't have the black available, so we got two white step-throughs, which is quite all right with me because these are actually pretty good-looking bikes. Oh, we ran into some rocks over here. Let's see how well these tires handle these rocks. All right, just go slow. Got some mud, got some mud. All right, that handled that pretty well. My fear for the 2.0s was that the motor wasn't powerful. I'm used to 750 watt motors. When I did my research, I saw that these were 500. I thought it was a little underpowered, that we wouldn't be able to climb hills and such. But I realized that peak power is different than the sustainable power of the 500 watt, and these actually go up to, I think it's 850, 860, something like that, 820 maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Which is pretty good. So it's beyond the 750 that I'm used to with the other bikes that I've had. The 3.0 had a peak power of over 1,000 watts, and I was like, will these have enough power to get us up the hills to carry our son, to do any of the heavy load. And so far, I have to say, man, these things have a lot of juice to them.
Yeah, I think it's really has a lot of power. Yes.
Yeah, you hit the throttle, and these are probably the torquiest bikes that we've had. Maybe because they're low to the ground, maybe because they're lightweight, but they are very torquey.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Maybe it's more lightweight than the other ones that we had, so maybe it makes it a little bit faster. I don't know.
Now, the 3.0, they're going to be changing up the controller, which is going to actually make it not as torquey off the line, so that way it doesn't jerk you. But I'll tell you what, I like the power. So
yes.
give me that torque. Yeah. I need it carrying this kid. And another thing I like about it is that we save $200 per bike.
Definitely.
I like saving money. I'm sure you like saving money.
We all like saving money, right?
It's a little hot out here, so don't mind the sweat a little bit. Getting our workout on.
It's just a little hot.
Yeah. So saving the $200, we're losing some of the features. One of the features that I did mind losing was that 11 to 28 freewheel. But I bought two. They were $28 a piece on Amazon. So the $7.99 plus the $28 is quite all right with me. That was probably the biggest downgrade of going to the 2.0, but very easy, and I still saved some money.
Still save plenty of money, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to install it myself. I know not everyone is, mechanically inclined to do it yourself, but if you are able to do it yourself, you're only spending $28 to install it.
So this is definitely an upgrade that we needed, because once you get to 20 miles per hour, the ghost pedaling is the worst we've ever seen.
So once I get a little bit of time, I'm going to take these off and I'm going to put on the new ones. It's going to work a lot better. The rear racks on the 3.0 are integrated, where these are just bolted on, which means that they can hold less weight. I think it's something like 75 pounds can be held on there, but that's quite all right with us because I'm not going to have a passenger. My wife has her own bike, and our son doesn't weigh 75 pounds, but we're not even keeping him on the rack in a seat. We have this rear tow, which actually works great when you hook it up to the rear wheel.
So I like the tow trailer better because this is also safer, and also this thing is pretty awesome. It fits two children in it, and it also folds in half, so it's easier to travel.
Right, that's one of the reasons we got these, because they fold, so the bikes fold, this folds. You got plenty of room. We're gonna put it in the minivan, but you could probably put it back in the back of a car easily.
Yes, for sure.
And then the final upgrade that the 3.0 has that these don't have with the 2.0 is these hydraulic brakes. We've had hydraulic brakes on our juice bikes in the past.
And they were smooth.
They were nice.
Yes.
I admit that they were nice. But you can actually upgrade it on these, which will bring the price up a little bit. But I don't think I'm going to do a full upgrade for it. I think I'm going to do just a hydraulic caliper, and those are about like $28, $30. And that'll get the squeak away. That'll get you all the braking that you needed. These only go 28 miles per hour, so I think we're going to be very fine with that.
Yeah, and still with all those upgrades we did, it's still cheaper than buying the 3.0.
Saving money.
Yeah.
Saving money. Not only do you save money, these also came in quicker too, so these are in stock.
Yeah.
It's great. So let's go over to a big old hill and let's see how powerful these are and if they can climb those hills, because that was one of my big concerns, that I didn't get the electric light because of some of the big hills that we're going to go on. So let's go, T.
Yeah, let's try it out.
As you can see, it takes up almost no room in the minivan. I could put a second one in there, my wife's, and then we could put our son's tow trailer there. One thing I would say though is that it moves around, bounces around, so I'm going to buy one of those totes that everyone's talking about. Put it in there so that way it doesn't slide around. It doesn't fit in that one. I think it's like a 50-gallon one we need to get. This is the hill that we're going to try to climb today. It definitely looks steeper in person than it does on camera, so you're just going to have to trust me on this. And then we're going to try to go up on the other side, which is even steeper. There's no walking path there. It'll just be climbing the grass, but it definitely has a higher incline, even though this one itself is pretty steep incline. All right, so we're going to start this out with throttle only, and then we'll do pedal assist. That got up here a whole lot easier than I thought. I thought it was going to be like some kind of struggle to show you guys. No struggle at all. It was about 10, 11 miles an hour the whole way up. So we're going to do pedal assist now and then see if we can get above that 11 miles per hour. Okay, we're at pedal assist 5. We're still in gear 7. We're getting more than that 10 miles per hour. We're going down to 12 or 11 before. So we got 13 and then we got 12, 11 once we get to the top. Yeah, nice and easy. All right, so I'm going to change things up a little bit this time. I'm going to go up this steeper side of the hill on the grass with pedal assist first. I'm going to do it in pedal assist 5 with the lowest gear at 1, see how well it gets up there, and then I'm going to try it with just throttle only. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a fair chance. I only had one hand, so I'm just going to give that the benefit of the doubt. So I'm going to try it with both hands. I'm just going to hold the 360 camera. So I'll put this one down, put it in my pocket, whatever, put it on the rack, and then I'll go up the hill with 2 hands. Let's try it out. Wow, I'm surprised it actually made it up the hill. I did have to stand a little bit, had to put a little bit extra effort, but there's other bikes out there that wouldn't even do that. That is a steep hill. I don't think any real world situation would need me to do that, but just in case I ever encounter something where I do need to climb a hill, this bike is capable of it. At 500 watts, 800 and something peak power, this thing outperforms what I ever thought that this bike could. So I'm very happy with my purchase decision. I'm gonna head home now, clean up a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys there. In conclusion, this bike, if you don't need those upgrades or you're not mechanically inclined to get those couple of upgrades I was talking about, then $799 for the Lectric 2.0 is the absolute way to go while they still have it in stock. So if you were thinking about it, you're on the fence about it, get it now before it's discontinued and you can't get it anymore. $799 for everything that you get on this bike, as powerful as it is, surprised me beyond my own comprehension. I am so glad I saved the money on it. I'm so glad I got the 2.0s. 3.0s are probably great, and you're probably gonna have a great time with them, but 2.0 is the sweet spot for me with just those tiny little upgrades. I can't believe how much I'm sweating. This summer is crazy hot. All right, guys, if you wanna support us, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. See you guys next time.